some of my favorite memories, Glenn, are the pre-production because we were so used to playing shows and we had a big audience, and we had every day an audience of one person, and it was you. And so we would play sections of songs, and you would kind of sit and ruminate and listen, and then we'd stop, and you're like, okay, that was incredible. Okay, what happened there? All right, I'm not sure if the bridge is going to be the right. And so it was kind of cool to have a brand new band member giving us that new perspective on songs that we had already, for most of them, had been playing live. Not all of them, but like we were already putting some of them live in the showcase.
One thing I recall is that the songs really didn't change that much. I mean, with many other bands that I work with, not because it's like, oh, I come in and we're going to rewrite everything and all that, but there was just natural ebb and flow of the music where there was weaknesses or whatever. And with you guys, we may have changed for all of the music that we went over. We may have changed maybe like 8 bars. I remember it being a remarkably little, but I also know that we were in our pre-production really able to dial in the sounds.
That for me, those are my best memories too, Chris. Of like, because I remember I was standing right next to you, Glenn, and I remember lots of times you'd be like, well, all right, guys, why aren't you doing that part over again? Why don't you just do that twice as long? That's like really good. And that would give us confidence, like, oh yeah, okay, let's keep doing that kind of a thing. And it was neat. It must have been really fun for you. You probably, maybe you do or don't when you work with different artists, but we're there and like you're suggesting things and we can do it right in the moment and we can hear it in real time, right? That it's going to work or not.
Well, maybe you're saying the immediate gratification of being able to hear whatever suggestions those were. And certainly there were suggestions I gave you guys where I would look at you guys and go, oh my God, this is awful. You know, this is not a good idea. But again, I know it's kind of the mutual admiration club here right this moment, but your willingness to indulge those ideas and at least try them. And the one thing that I did want to bring to the game, and whether I did or I didn't is debatable, was, okay, I might not have the right idea for the right part, but if we examine something, maybe you guys will come up with something
absolutely,
that's, you know, a notch better. And those incremental changes may have really been subtle, but then if you add all those incremental changes together, you know, that math starts sounding really, really good.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I remember about our pre-production. And I also do remember, I just, you know, I had a lot of fun. I really had a lot of fun.
And pre-pro, Glenn, I think we did it like in February of 1994. So yeah, 30 years from last Jan. Did we do it for like a month or 15 days? I forget what it was. You guys remember?
I think it was like 6 weeks.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was over a month. Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was our day job. We would all go home and then come back to work the next day. And Glenn was there, and it was like part of the team building, getting to know each other. Right. Glenn, the other thing I always appreciated, because we were all much younger, is that we knew having you in the room was having experience we hadn't had yet. So a lot of times you were teaching us things just by telling us stories or just by giving us insider views to the record world, kind of like, okay, guys, so you got your golden ticket, right? Willy Wonka picked you, but now here's what you have to prepare yourselves for. It's going to be a rough ride. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, the entertainment business, you know, no pontification here right now. Entertainment business is not an easy place, but, you know, I make the argument that it chooses you, you don't choose it. And I think that the nicest thing about working with you and Brett and Ray, you know, was we were all very, very like-minded. We may have come from different backgrounds and had different experiences and a little bit of a different age and all of that kind of stuff. But there was a linearity to the way that we thought about music that to this day, you know, I mean, here we are again.